So I've been using the iPhone 13 Pro for 7 months now as my main device. In today's video, I thought I'd share some of the things that I like about the phone and some of the things that I don't. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's get one of the most important things out of the way first, which is price. The iPhone 13 Pro cost me £950, which in today's world is somehow normal for a smartphone. As you can see, I went for the Sierra Blue colour in the 128GB storage option. I think it's great that Apple has finally made a 128GB their base storage option, as the previous 64GB just wasn't enough, especially when you're paying almost £1,000 for the phone. Of course you can always opt for more storage, however it will come at a price. If you opted for the max storage option of 1TB, you'd be looking to spend £1,500, which is kind of crazy for a phone. I personally stuck to the 128GB model as I knew that it would be more than enough for my usage. Okay, so next let's take a look at the design of the iPhone 13 Pro. As you'd expect with Apple, the iPhone 13 Pro is a clean and premium looking device. Not only does it look expensive, but it feels it too. In terms of designs, it's probably one of Apple's best looking iPhones to date. The textured matte glass back and stainless steel edges both feel and look premium. The phone also feels slightly heavy when compared to other flagship smartphones. However, I think this helps make the phone feel expensive and suggests that Apple used quality materials when designing the phone. The display on the iPhone 13 Pro is one of the best displays currently available on any smartphone. The 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display with ProMotion makes using the phone that much more enjoyable. When compared to previous iPhones, you can definitely feel the difference in refresh rates. The 120Hz refresh rate on the iPhone 13 Pro just makes everything feel much more responsive and smooth. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that 13 Pro ceramic shield glass is considerably tougher than previous iPhone's displays. I tend to use my phone without a screen protector as I enjoy the natural look and feel of the display, but what I found with previous iPhones is that my display would get severely scratched up. However, this doesn't happen with the 13 Pro. For the last 7 months I've been using the 13 Pro without a screen protector, and so far haven't managed to scratch up the display nearly as much as I did on my previous phones. However, I believe most of you guys will be using the phone with a screen protector, so you shouldn't have any issues with the display getting scratched. When it comes to performance, the iPhone 13 Pro absolutely kills it. The A15 Bionic chip makes everything you do on the iPhone extremely fast and responsive. Unlike other smartphones on the market like Android, you will not see this device lag whatsoever. Anything you do on this iPhone will be smooth and enjoyable. Whether you are scrolling through social media, watching content, or even trading, the phone can do all of it without any problems. One of the best features on this phone has to be the camera. Every year the camera on the iPhone gets better, and the camera on the iPhone 13 Pro has definitely improved. The camera on the 13 Pro makes taking pictures so easy and enjoyable. Over the last 7 months that I've been using this phone, I found myself taking pictures of random things just because I knew how good the camera is on this phone. So just to show you guys what I'm talking about, here are some examples. Yeah, so as you can see, they are really impressive considering they were taken on a phone. When it comes to battery life, there's definitely been a big upgrade in the iPhone's battery. I can easily get through the day without the phone dying. I tend to use the phone quite a bit throughout the day, from social media to checking charts and watching YouTube, and I still find that I'm left with more than 20% at the end of the day. With up to 22 hours of video playback, you shouldn't have any issues with your iPhone's battery life. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Okay, so next let's quickly take a look at some of the things that I personally like about the iPhone 13 Pro. One of my favourite things about this phone is the ProMotion XDR display. The display on this phone has made using the iPhone very enjoyable over the last 7 months. Another thing I really like about this phone is the overall design. As I mentioned earlier, it's one of the best looking devices out there and never gets old. Every time you pick it up, you just have to admire how good of a job Apple has done with the overall design. And the last thing that has really impressed me about this phone has been the reliability and performance. The phone just never slows down on you, which makes doing your day-to-day tasks so effortless. And on top of this, you have the battery life, which just doesn't let you down. With my previous iPhones, I'd always carry a charger with me just in case. However, with the 13 Pro, I don't need to, as I'm just that confident in the battery life. Okay, so there's a few things that I don't like about the iPhone 13 Pro. The first thing is fingerprints. The stainless steel edges on the iPhone are a fingerprint magnet and really make it difficult to use the phone without a case. Because of this, I use the 13 Pro with a clear case. This way you can still see the Sierra blue, however you don't get fingerprints all over the edges of the phone every time you use it. The second thing which I don't like about the iPhone 13 Pro's design is how slippery it is. The stainless steel edges make the phone extremely slippery to hold and a little risky to use outdoors, especially when you're paying so much for the phone. To overcome this problem, again, just simply throw a case on and it should add some grip and make it easier to hold. And the third thing I don't like about the phone is the camera bump. The iPhone 13 Pro's camera is amazing, however in order to add these improvements into the camera, Apple had to increase the camera bump. You'll find when placing your phone on a flat surface that your phone is slightly lifted and rocks if you touch it. Not a major issue, but can be slightly annoying. This again gives you another reason to use your phone with a case, as you don't want the camera lens getting damaged. Okay, so should you buy the 13 Pro today? In regards to buying the 13 Pro, I'd suggest you wait for the new 14 Pro, which will be dropping in a few months. You don't want to pick up the 13 Pro today and your phone be outdated in a few months. The new 14 Pro is also rumoured to have an even better display with smaller bezels and less of a notch. If you aren't in a rush to grab a new phone straight away, then it will definitely be worth waiting till around September-October time. However, if you are in need of a phone right now and can't wait a few months, I definitely recommend grabbing the 13 Pro, as it's currently the best phone mine can buy you. As I mentioned earlier, the performance on the phone is like no other. The camera is unreal and the battery life has had a massive upgrade. Okay, so that's it for today's video. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and if there's any videos that you'd like me to make, then let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.